Sebelumnya, jangan lupa subscribe channel ini supaya tidak ketinggalan berita Timnas Indonesia.
Perspective.
That's it.
What's going on with Indonesian football?
But we're happy. We're happy after last night.
I'm happy.
I'm also very happy.
I'm happy. I think not only us.
No, I think a lot of people are very happy. But I think what was the good thing, the last time we spoke, I think a lot of people said, hey, this is really cool that Mr. Thohir can tell his vision. And then we decided today we go a little bit more deeper into it. Because I think it's now 2 years.
It's been 2 years.
At PSSI. So take us back a little bit at the initial plan when you became president. What was the idea?
Well, again, we've never been in this position, of course.
Yes.
We have big situations at times after the Kanjuruhan. Remember when a lot of people was having problems.
Yeah.
135 people was passed away, supporters like that. I think that's the deep story for our football.
Yeah.
So because of that, then our governments and FIFA agree how we transform our football seriously.
Yeah.
And this is why then again we study what you've been doing in KNVB, what Japan has been doing. Then they say, okay, we should creating a consistent roadmap.
Yeah.
Then we present to FIFA. FIFA was happy because building football cannot be start from the bottom or the top. Sometimes you have to start the whole pyramids together at the same time, which is not easy.
No.
Because funding is funding. Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, when you want to do a program, funding is very important. So what we trying to do at the first time, we creating a transparent roadmap.
Yeah.
We present to FIFA, of course, and to the governments. Which is, on that roadmap, we need to build the pyramid. Yeah, the development, the coaching, the referee, the league, the national teams, at the same times, which is impossible.
Yeah, I'm happy you're saying that.
Yeah, that's why then we are in visions. Maybe we still start building seriously the national teams as a jump start. Like when your car stuck on the middle of the road, you need to jump start. So I mean, So national teams, this is the key. Yeah. So this is why the roadmap was said at times we want to qualify for World Cup 2036 or 38.
Yeah.
I think the times.
Yeah. You said 38. Yeah.
38. And then the women's actually before earlier 2034.
Okay.
Because if you look at the competitions of women, it looks less competitions than the men. So this is why we make the women earlier than the men. And then we create a programs for 2 years regarding youth, regarding seniors, and the result. If we are consistent, we're serious. This is the first time in Indonesian history, actually. Our U17, U20, U23 senior team qualified for Asia Cup. Never happened before.
Wow.
This is not just the senior team.
No.
This is including the youth 17.
Yeah.
And then the fact our women's team also qualified, become champion in AFF. Now we're gonna be in the qualification for AFC Cup, which is this May, I believe. If, knock on the wood, God has been nice to us.
Yes.
Although we're working hard, we cannot just pray. We're working hard.
You have to work hard. Yeah.
If the woman also qualified for AFC Cup, man, it's never been before.
Yeah.
So we have a strong programs. Then strong programs doesn't mean anything if you don't have a good coach and a good players.
Yeah, it's all connected with each other, right? You can have an idea because I think if I understand the plan, short term, mid term, long term, right?
Yes.
And then
the momentum is, thank you God again, the momentum suddenly happens.
Yeah.
Our U17, knock on the wood, they're gonna play for Asia Cup. If they qualified top 8, they're gonna qualify for World Cup. I think
Yeah, and you were close to qualifying for the Olympics. You were one game away.
U-23,
Yeah,
never.
One game, eh?
And the senior team, you never know. Huh? This is why we keep fighting back.
Yeah,
We keep fighting back because we still believe on the dreams.
yeah,
At the same times, not only the senior teams, we focus also building our coaching and referee. Our coaching now around 14,000. When we were here, actually is less than 10,000. So it's been increased by 40%. Coaching is very key, because if you don't have a good coach, how you can build the ecosystem from the grassroots?
Yeah.
Right? If you don't have a good U17 coach, U20 coach, U23 coach, and senior coach, how can we build a strong teams? Yeah. At the same times, we need to have the players.
Mm-hmm.
I'm proud, the program of our naturalizations right now is no longer just a naturalized.
No.
Basically bring, players from other region. In a way, doesn't have Indonesian blood.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the thing is the quality of the process changed, right?
Yeah.
It really changed.
Yes.
And maybe you can tell a little bit more about it, because I've known, like, for Tom, for Joey, for Marta, it's a long period you go through.
Yes, a long period, because when we connect to them, we want them really part of these nations, respecting the relations of the two countries. And both countries win about these programs, right? I mean, suddenly the two countries very close because of the football.
Yeah.
The cultures between the family become tied up.
Yes.
Yeah, this is something is good actually for both nations.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we built the cultures, we built the trust. So this is why when they come to play for our national team, it's really there. It's not just, I gonna, right? They are present. Jay Indes and Tom was meeting with a supporter last night, and they say, I'm Indonesians. Of course, we don't deny how the Dutch has developed football during their young times and the family present, but this is why we've been very close.
Yes.
And remember, not only from football, yeah?
No.
There is last time, Indonesian badminton also winning both Olympic medals for two countries. Mia Audina.
I was a big fan of Mia Audina, yeah.
So we have that history, not only football.
No,
so
that's
I mean,
Mia Audina.
There is
Good name.
history also between the two countries.
Yeah.
That we have one athletes winning 2 Olympic medals, one for Indonesia and one for Netherlands. Yeah. So this is something that why the naturalization we built is by heart. It's not just.
No, I think that's a right point.
It's a different strategies.
The heart, and I can speak for the players. I know, like, for example, Tom Haaien. He told us yesterday again, of course, I want to reach the World Cup. It's a dream for me. But most importantly, I want to be a role figure for the future of football, for young kids here in Indonesia.
Yes.
Show how important it is to play for Timnas. Yeah. And I think, you saw him on the pitch. He gives everything. Yeah. It means so much for him. His family in Jakarta.
It's not just naturalization.
That's it. I think that's the big difference.
Yeah. Not somebody we bring from other countries. Yeah. There is a blood inside these players.
Yeah.
Heart, cultures, connections,
Yeah.
At the same time, football is football. We need to have programs.
Yeah, of course.
That we want to qualify for World Cup, Olympic. But again, it's not just a dream. How we work hard together is creating these programs. Yeah. Our U17 has been in training camp for many years. Now they in UAE.
Yeah, I saw that.
They play against China recently. I think today they play with UAE.
Yeah.
And then they're traveling earlier to Saudis. Gonna play some games there before they playing for AFC Cup. So we really prepare, not just.
So that's also something you changed. Like the preparation, not only for the Timnas, but also for the under-17s.
Yeah, even I'm on this coming June, I back to Coach Patrick, official, and maybe the players too. If they can come earlier to prepare. Again, it's up to them.
Yeah.
We have a game of June 5 and June 10.
Yeah. China
maybe
and Japan.
this off season anyway.
Yeah. I think they end like in the middle of May. Depends
so
where you play.
They go relax, family, but then we consolidate. Maybe we practice earlier.
Yeah, that would be great.
Maybe, but this depends on them. So this is a bring, and we this program we really into it details, not just programs.
You always see new ideas.
Yeah, and it's targeting. It's not just right or wrong. But we have to be serious.
Yeah. But I think the good thing is like looking from the outside, you would only say, oh, it is only focused with the diaspora players on the Timnas and qualifying for the World Cup. But if you read into it, the youth development is so important. Maybe you can tell a little bit more about what you were telling about the under 17. I think you're starting now also Elite Pro Academy.
Yes. So this is the national team.
Yeah.
If you go down, coaching I mentioned. Now regarding youth academy.
Yeah.
Youth academy under the league. Yeah. So if the league not clean up, a lot of match fixing before, how can you build young players with this atmosphere? This is why we clean up the league. Of course, we're not controlling league 100% because the league Indonesia actually has been spin off, managed professionally. Yeah, there is a management there. The club have shares in the league. Yeah,
and it's the same in Holland.
So basically, it's not like the federation own 100% of the league, full control. No, we only have 1% shares. The 99% is owned by the clubs.
Okay.
And the management is professionals. But what we grip on, if you do match fixing, anybody in the leagues gotta go to jails. We're gonna ban you for life, right? Let's create a good program together.
Yeah.
Okay, is Norway Indonesian league number 6 in Southeast Asia? No way. So I tell them, if you consistent like this, we change the whole management. So we have to create a program. So now they come up, they want to be number 1 in Southeast Asia by 2030. Wow. Okay, but we have to start from the referee. This is why we increase the number of referee. We spend money, I think around $1 million something on the referee. Wow. This is why Mr. Ogawa here, one of the best mentoring from IFC from Japan, he's here. Now he's staying for 2 years. Before he's only working part-time. Now he worked for 2 years.
Full-time on the development.
Yeah. And then FAR, the league spend money, not the associations, right? Yeah. So now they implement the FAR. So now the league is clean. This year, we're going to do League 2. Have to be clean with FAR and better referee. We work with IFC and FIFA. But this is a national team under us. This is under us, but independently. So this is why we try to grow the league together, So we don't want to, let go our hand. If there is a issue with the league, we're not, this league's problem. No, we are together with them.
But it's also, I think, important, like people who are living here, they can enjoy Timnas a couple of times a year.
Yes.
But they should be proud about their own league.
We have a big clubs over here.
Yeah.
Persija, Persib Bandung is a big clubs.
Yes.
Look at the number of supporters.
I saw the game.
Yeah.
It was a great game.
But this is why I pushed them also, Elite Pro Academy.
Yeah.
U16, 18, 20.
So to explain, there was not an under 16, under 18, under 20, but they have to have it right
now. Now the last 2 years, they have to have it.
Okay. Yeah.
Before,
okay.
And then League 2, after become healthy, more sustained, we give also mandatory for them to have Elite Pro Academy.
Oh, yeah.
But the club has been clean.
Yeah.
The economy also clean, right? Because if in 2027, our TV money increase double for the leagues, the club can get more subsidy, like fee from the leagues. So it's mean the club can spend more money for just not the club competitions, but also building talents. So this is also ecosystem. You cannot just say, okay, you gotta build Elite Pro Academy. mandatory. But the club doesn't have money.
No.
Right? You cannot just, okay, I want to build a young players, but the league is not clean.
No. Yeah, so
Doesn't
you
have
start
enough
with
revenue.
cleaning the league, then development of youth,
Yes.
and then it is the ecosystem is running, and then you can make a next step.
Now, we built also the grassroots academy.
Yeah. I think you're still working with the Dutch KNVB about that.
Yeah. We want to work with them. How we're gonna study what happened in Netherlands. Yeah. Although the happy situations right now, for example, our women's development now running in 16 province already. Indonesia is 39 province. Again, it's money. But at least we have 16 province already running the U12, U14s.
Wow.
And then we're going to have the U16 national. The U12, U14 will be regional.
Yeah, and then okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Then after this has been run 2 years. After 4 years, and also our national team competitive enough, then we're gonna give a birth to a women's league 2027.
Oh, so okay, yeah, that was my next question.
But I cannot do it women's league now without any enough number talent pool. Enough
you have
numbers
to build a foundation,
of coach, enough numbers of referee.
Yeah, you have to build a foundation, and then you can start professionally.
Yes.
Just a quick side step. How is it possible you find the energy to think about all these subjects?
No, I mean I have a team.
Yeah, of course. Of course you have a team, but always when we talk, you have so many ideas about, okay, hey, we should do this. We should do this. Where do you get the energy from?
By heart.
Yeah?
When I work, I give it all the best effort, all my heart to the work.
Yeah, but you're always coming
I'm ambitious.
Yeah, very ambitious.
For result.
Yeah.
Not the position, Position, I really don't care, but I'm very ambitious for result.
Are you happy with the last 2 years?
Yes, I'm happy, but I think the next 2 years will be more exciting.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. I think something I want to dig in a little bit more. You were telling me about how the coaches, an increase of 40%.
Yeah, not easy.
No, of course not. So how is that system scheduled now? If you want to become a coach, what kind of steps do you have to take?
Yeah, so now we have providing license.
Yes.
And before, I think the license fee a bit expensive. Yeah. Now we cut by
really?
70%.
Okay.
So we want to have an access for all the coaches get easier license. But at the same time, there is coaching methodology starting we try to develop. This is why we bring a technical advisor with Jordi Cruyff and maybe technical directors to standardize the coaching process learning.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because with the referee, we have Ogawa. Now on the coachings, we need somebody.
So you have Jordi Cruyff, who's a big name, of course, but he's not... That's also, I think, if you read into the media, they said, oh, Jordi Cruyff, he's brought in for Timnas. But if I listen now carefully to you, you said, no.
That's the agreement with me and Jordi. You can check with Jordi.
No, but I was sitting next to him yesterday at the game, and he told me he's so passionate, and he said, there are so many chances here in this country.
But the problem with this country is management.
Yeah.
This is why I really believe on building management, there is SOP, system, and leaderships. That's what we call management.
Yeah. And then, like you discussed with Jordi, okay, we want to get more coaches, so we have to do the coaches license. I think you're also working with the KNVB on that.
Yes.
How can you build a system?
Yes.
So you said it's an increase.
That's what I say, more exciting in the next 2 years.
You already have some news?
No, this is what going to happen. I mean, not just thinking the national team, the league, but the grassroots will be developed, which is actually overshadow right now. For example, everybody look for the national team. Sometimes they don't remember what we've done with our U17, our U20.
Yeah. Everyone is focused like on the World Cup 2026 qualifying.
I will be surprised. In Indonesia, 69% love football, right? So it's 180 million.
Wow.
China, okay, 1 billion something. India, but football is number one, not number one.
No. Yeah.
Okay, US
also
similar to Indonesia 300 something million, but I don't think football is number one.
No.
So comparable, if we compare Indonesia and Brazil, maybe we're almost the same numbers in terms of football followers. But what I'm trying to say, not only the numbers, but you'll be surprised how many of them follow the grassroots development. Same thing. They look league, they look senior team, but maybe they don't remember U17 performance. Right now we're playing in the Asia Cup.
Yeah. So
right? So Elite Pro Academy, they don't remember who's coming from Elite Pro Academy become a players.
Yeah.
That's the fact. I don't blame.
No, of course.
But that's the situation because people only remind the senior.
Yeah. So the
League One.
Yeah. It's good. And of course, you need to have people who are an example for youth. So I think yesterday watching like Marcelino, Rido, I think they can be a real inspiration for the new generation.
Yes.
And especially now you are getting chances in youth development. And I think also it's interesting that you also have new coaching instructors, because we're talking, we need new coaches, but you need people that can instruct them, right?
Yes. Now the number has been increased. Not enough. I want to have maybe triple in the futures. No, it's not enough. Indonesia, 17,000 island. Although we have Zoom, digital, but sometimes face-to-face like
it's
this.
Important.
So you have to mix.
Something I saw on your socials and the social pieces was a workshop. I think it was last week about the infrastructure.
Yes. Infrastructure is also one thing that we are concerned right now.
Yeah.
At this moment, thanks God, our national training camp is been finished on the phase 1. We have 3 football field. One is natural, one is mixed. And then the other one is tactical. 82 rooms already available there. We can show you the video.
Yeah, I saw it. It looked amazing.
Now we're going to phase 2. Knock on the wood if we can enough money to raise to build the stadium with 5,000 capacities. And also a swimming pool and also extra field. But that one, the second phase.
Okay.
And the government, thank you to Pak Presiden Joko Widodo before. And also, right now, with the current president, Pak Prabowo, very serious also supporting football. He was at the game.
Yesterday,
It's not only the game. He come to this hotels to say hi.
I saw it. Fist bump. Good luck.
Also, during the inaugurations, now President Prabowo, after the 17 has been done, he wants to increase another 20 to,
So about the new
renovations.
About the new training facility, you said maybe in the second phase we can build a stadium. Who
small one, only 5,000.
Who will play there?
That one we focus on U17, U20, and then maybe women's. The senior team will be still in Jakarta because the traveling. I mean, we have to understand the fatigue of the players too, right? So the preparations.
And I think with the workshop, people from all over the world came, even from Ajax. I saw,
So
from the board.
Well, it's very important when you have the infrastructures. It's the hardware. But you need the people, the software who run the stadium operations. This is why we bring people from Ajax, people from FIFA to educate 60 people, to start developing.
So like looking to the future, what would be, like if you look at the stadium development, what would be you say, I will be satisfied with that if we look like in 10 years time?
Well, I'll be satisfied if all the League 1, League 2 have their own stadiums.
Okay.
This is why under President Pak Prabowo too, thank you with him, he already make announcement, all the stadium facilities like owned by the central governments or local government can be partnership to clubs.
Okay.
So this is a good way out. So hopefully in the next couple of years, every club in League 1, League 2 have stadiums they can be proud of, they can be managed, the supporter can come. Creating a business environment for them, so they can scale up in terms of the clubs, in terms of the economical.
I'm just thinking, so maybe I'm dreaming, but like in 10 years time, so you're the number 1 league in Southeast Asia. You have all stadiums for Division 1, Division 2. You have a youth development.
Yes.
Hey, but what are we talking about? Like, what kind of force is Indonesia going to be?
No, this is what we want. We want, I mean, from the roadmap, although we're targeting 2038.
Yeah.
But after that, actually, if you remember, we want to be the top 45 country in the world.
Yeah.
So we want to be consistent, qualified for World Cup. Not only just one time.
No.
We want to be consistent. This is why we need this. The whole program infrastructure has to be established from now, and hopefully, this is why, we build a strong management around. Yeah. Because again, the key is the people, not only the system. This is why we're launching to Garuda Academy.
Yeah, that was my next question. So you Garuda, also need to
Garuda
train them,
Academy. Right? Basically, people mistaken. They thought, we're gonna create players too. No. Garuda Academy is actually, we want to create, because we need, a new talent for our sport management.
Yeah.
So now we work with FIFA and AFC.
Okay.
Every year we're gonna recruit hundreds on phase 4. If they can go to phase 2, which is only 80 people, and league stage 4 and stage 3, they get FIFA certificate, yeah. And then stage 2 become 30.
Yeah.
They get AFC support, and then after that, maybe another 10 gone, top 20, yeah. And then if the number one, the best one, we're gonna give a scholarship for FIFA Master.
Wow.
And also maybe scholarship to other university abroad. So this is something that very important to develop also the sport management.
Yeah, and I think it's also
good things. I have that experience. Running Inter Milan, DC United. Now I still have.
You could
Oxford.
be the professor.
I used to be.
You could be the professor.
I used to be owner of NBA team. So, but the fact, the process before I investing, actually I do a lot of workshops abroad.
Yeah.
I come to US, I come to Europe to learn how to investing, how to run,
Yeah.
But this is not about me.
No.
About the federations. What after Erick Thohir? So after Erick Thohir, we need to have a new leadership, maybe from this Garuda Academy.
That would be great, right?
Yeah. So there can be more people.
Like you have to do this work a lot.
Knowledge, capability to lead in the futures.
So 2 questions.
2045, how old I am? So I don't think
you'll be 40, 45.
No, but, so this is why we need a new leaderships in the future.
Of course, but like 2 things. First, I think it's inspirational for people who are growing up in Indonesia who don't have the talent to become a professional player, who love football and want to have a job in football. I think so. You can dream working for the PSSI, working for a club. I think that's really important because you have a passion for football.
Yeah. And the economy, this is again, I'm very numbers and economy. Our GDP per capita of Indonesia will reach around 10,000 by 2031, which is that time usually from my experience, the football or the sport industry will be like this. Indonesia that time will be a 3.3 trillion US dollar economy, which is number 8 in the world.
8, yeah.
But there's an opportunity. So we need people now to look at the sport business or sport industry. Not just investing, but be part of the ecosystem. Either become coach, referee, players,
management.
Management very important.
So my second question is, like, you've done a lot of things, and I'm really impressed with that. Like, I'm a huge basketball fan. Like, I don't support the Sixers. I'm a Celtics guy, but that's okay. You were the owner of.
We might again because I support Lakers.
Maybe we
Lakers and Celtics.
Yeah, it's a big rivalry.
We hate each other.
We'll see you maybe in the final this year.
Maybe in the final
with LeBron.
Maybe.
Who knows? But you did so many things. But listening to that, you owned a football team. You owned this. But now coming back and doing it for your country, it must be mind-blowing. Like, it's so personal.
Different feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the patient of the fans, the supporter, you feel it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, the stadiums, I mean, they give 120%, standing, shouting, flag, singing national music. You feel that vibrant.
So I'll be honest with you. I was yesterday at the game, and I think I've been over 200 stadiums in my life. And I was standing there, and I've never experienced something like this. I've never experienced something like this before the game, when we saw the beautiful Garuda, where they worked, I think, worked weeks on it. But also during the game, the passion, the screaming, like I couldn't sleep. I got home and I couldn't sleep.
And after the game, they bring down with
that song. I had goosebumps. Tell what's the name of the song? The song when they're all standing.
Tanah Airku.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Tanah Airku.
That was so beautiful. And then you saw the reaction of the players, the fans. It was.
And the song is.
But you have to actually explain
the meaning of the song also strong.
I learned about it. Yeah. How doesn't matter where you're from. Indonesia is, is home to everyone. Yes. And you have to explain to me.
You feel it.
Like
me too. Last night, I'm standing next to the president. I was like, I want to cry, but I said,
oh, really? No, I told you before, my dad was born here in Jakarta, and it was just an emotional night for me, and then listening to this and the song, it was just, but what really impressed me was the audience is so different than in Europe, because it's children, women, men, it's all together.
Not easy. The last 2 years, why we can bring them safety.
Oh, okay. It's not always been like this.
No.
Oh,
safety.
Wow.
This is why we investing on camera. We investing in Garuda IDs. All this system. Maybe people at the beginning against it because but it's about safety for you.
Yeah.
For example, if somebody coming into the games, actually the motive not to enjoying the games, to
really
pickpockets and everything.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So with this camera we can source, and also we can blacklist in the futures.
Yeah.
So at the same time, the supporter who registers should be a real supporter.
Yeah.
Is really the one who coming to the game to bring it live.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at the same time, respect the other supporters.
Yeah.
The most important also, respect, the players who just come to play against us too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very important, this one. Because if they want to respect Indonesia have to become a good host.
Yeah.
So we saw it. We saw it last night. Okay, a lot of hated with Bahrain. But the fact there is no intimidation of coming to the hotels.
No.
The bus, blah 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 blah. But again, during a game, of course,
but that's the passion. That's the football.
The patience,
that's football.
That's
you want to win,
right?
Yeah. No.
Even actually, our President Prabowo, a good man, when he showed that banner, Garuda alone, Bulbul together. We shouldn't put that too. But this is football. Okay. Our President. Good heart. He's a general, very strong, but good heart. He said last night, we should. But this is football. Okay.
No, but I think also the thing is, of course, like after the game, of course, people stayed for the song, but like before the game, I think already people were 4 or 5 hours at the stadium. After the game, people stayed there, and I think it's just. It was an atmosphere I've never witnessed before. And of course, a win, that helps. But it was just, I don't know, the stadium,
But we want to improve. We're not happy.
Why you're not happy?
Well, I think we need to have more toilets available. I want to have access for food and drinks.
Okay.
This is something we need to upscale or create improvement. On this one.
But so you want to renovate the stadium?
We need to work with the governments and also the management.
Because the stadium is beautiful. It's a beautiful stadium.
But still we need to get extra
Okay.
support for this one.
And are you already working on that? So
Yeah, we put it outside, but we need to have more effort on that one, so people can be more enjoy the games with food and drinks, and also easy access to toilets.
Yeah.
Toilets very important.
Yeah, especially during